Hi, I'm Vicki Connell. I'm a professor at Southern New Hampshire University in the Culinary Arts program, and today I'm going to show you how to prepare a ribbon sponge. So I'm starting with some room temperature unsalted butter. We're creaming it with some 10x sugar. So we're going to cream it at a medium speed. So my butter and powdered sugar has been creamed together, and I'm going to add the egg whites gradually. I want to be careful not to incorporate too much air, so the scraping is important. Now while my egg white has been added, and then I'm going to incorporate the bread flour. And Tweel cookies are used on plated desserts as a garnish. Okay, I'm going to show you the finished Tweel paste. You can see it's smooth, it's creamy. Here I have a finished Tweel paste that I used some cocoa powder in to make it chocolate. I'm going to spread this on the silicone mat on an inverted half sheet pan. I'm going to place about a cup of the paste in the center of the silicone mat, and I'm going to spread it with my offset spatula. So now that I have the Tweel paste spread over my silicone mat, I'm going to scrape it with a cake comb. I'm going to push down and apply pretty good pressure. I want to actually scrape away some of this Tweel paste. So now that I've combed my Tweel paste, I need to freeze it. We're going to continue by making the biscuit chacond. That's the sponge batter that goes onto the Tweel batter that we've already prepared and is waiting in the freezer. To begin, with the paddle attachment in the mixer, I'm going to combine the first 3 dry ingredients. That is the bread flour, the 10x sugar, and almond meal. So now that I have my dry ingredients mixed together in the mixer, I'm going to add the whole eggs. And with the mixer running, I'm going to continue to add them one at a time. The batter has mixed for 5 minutes at high speed, and it's good and aerated now. I have to incorporate the egg yolks next. I'm going to incorporate those. So there are my egg yolks. And now this part of the batter is complete, but I have to make a meringue to fold into this next. So let me show you how to do that. I'm going to take this off the machine and set it aside. For the meringue, I need a whip attachment. We'll put that on the machine. My egg whites are room temperature. I want to bring them to a foam state that looks what I consider to be sort of like shaving cream or whipped cream. So let's take a look at it. You see it's holding some peaks. Okay, so the mixer is running. Let me add the sugar. About, I like to say, a tablespoon at a time. So I'm going to stop the mixing at this point. Let me show you. And keep this meringue really pretty soft. This is what I call a soft peak. I'm going to fold it into this batter for the biscuit chacond. Using an over and under motion, I'm going to fold in. I'm going to go around the outer edge and then into the center, in the outer edge and into the center. And then I'm going to fold in that melted butter that I've cooled down. Okay, so here's the Tweel paste that we combed earlier. Now I'm going to spread a portion of this biscuit chacond batter onto my prepared Tweel and spread it. Okay, this is going to go into a 425-degree oven. It takes, depending on your oven, maybe 8 to 10 minutes. And there's my cake. I'm going to invert it here. And then I'm going to peel off the silicone mat to expose my ribbon sponge. And that's the finished product. So I'm going to cut strips of the ribbon sponge to the width of my ring mold. I'll pick up my strip of cake, make sure the pattern is on the outside, and lay it inside the ring mold. There, that's, oh, actually I did an excellent job, didn't I? Oh my goodness, okay. So now my cake ring is lined with the patterned sponge. What I would do from here, I'm just gonna explain it, is I would take a layer of cake, place it on the bottom. Doesn't necessarily have to be cake, it could be a crisp baked meringue called dacquoise. It could be a piece of short dough that you've rolled out and cut the same diameter as your ring, so it's a crisp short dough cookie base. Lots of different ideas, and that's the fun part of being a pastry chef. So at any rate, put a piece of pastry on the bottom, cake, cookie, what have you. Maybe put some flavoring on that, a little bit of simple syrup flavored with something, or a jam or an icing, and then a filling, maybe Bavarian cream or a mousse, and then another layer of cake, and continue building until you have a completed layered torte. When you unmold it, you're going to have that striped cake exposed. It's going to be really beautiful. I think your friends will enjoy it. So that's how we make ribbon sponge. If you want more information about the culinary program, visit us at snhu.edu.